guys, good morning to everybody. Let me adjust this. Okay, let me leave it the way it is. So good morning to everybody and welcome to my breakfast show this morning. Welcome to my breakfast show. So, how is everybody doing? Yesterday, I was unable to go live because I had a lot doing. So I was unable to go live yesterday because I had a lot doing. Poured by waters, I see you. So as you join me, you know how we do it here. You just have to, like and share. Bring in more people. Let's roll. Let's get the party started once more. Here we say it the way it is. Do you understand me? We say things the way it is. We keep it real on this page. And then, well, let me just hold on a bit until more people join us. Now, Mr. Mo, I see you. Mr. Mo, I see my people are falling in. My people are falling in. Well, guys, for some time now, I have not broadcasted on Facebook, but today I am live on Facebook after a long time. So I am live on Facebook. You know how we do it. So let me wait for more people to join us on YouTube, on Facebook, and then we get the party started. You know how we do it. And before I go further, I want to say, Patrick Martins, I see you. Yes, so life and kicking, big time, oh. Man, everything good. Everything good. So, Master Ford is watching. Master Ford, I'm seeing you for the first time. Mon Unique, I'm seeing you for the first time on Facebook. So as you join me, this is how we do it. TikTok is on fire. Everybody is liking and sharing. Mr. Mo is liking on TikTok like tomorrow, no day. So I'm waiting for most of my US-based fans are still sleeping, but I believe a lot of them are going to join us. Mansare Aliko Nelson. Mansare, that should be from Guinea. Mansare should be from Guinea. Guinea Conakry. Because I know a lot of people from Guinea Conakry that bears such name. Mansare. Yes, I know. So my brother Paul by Waters is just doing his job, just like him. There are people, these guys don't want, that is Paul by Waters, I appreciate you plenty. Patrick Martins, I appreciate you plenty. These are my people. These are the owners of this TikTok. You know this? Mon Unique, I see you. Good morning to you. You know this TikTok page? This my TikTok page. Some people own it. There are people who owns this TikTok page. No be joke. It's not lie. There are people who owns this. Mansare, I see you. Good morning to you. So this morning, I'm going to say it the way it is. You know, yesterday I was so stressed up, I couldn't go live. I had a lot to do. So by the time I came back home, I was so exhausted, so tired. I said, let me keep it for today. I'm going to go live like 2 times or 3 times today. I'm in the good mood. Yes, I am. I'm in the mood. Well, the topic for this morning program is parent-children relationship. And you know me, I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, so I'm going to give the message. I'm going to keep the message. Yesterday, I went outside. I met a lot of my fans. I forgot to tell you guys. Yesterday, I went outside. I met a lot of my fans that follow. Everybody knows me in Vienna. They call me TikToker. Anywhere I go, they say, I see you on TikTok. It's only on TikTok we see you. So, and there was something I found out yesterday, which was most of the guys we came here together, a lot did not go back. Many are still here. Most of the guys, TB, Gaming, I see you. Most of the guys we came here together back then, they did not move. Only that many have grown old. Yes, many looks old, but they are still here. And then guess what? What I discovered, because I stood somewhere watching the whole scenario. Canary King, good morning to you. Good to have you here. So, I discovered that, man, now you can watch me on TikTok, on YouTube, or on Facebook. Choose wherever you want to watch me. I am broadcasting on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube, so you can make a choice. I like giving people options in life. That's me. Yes, I like giving people options in life. So, I discovered something yesterday. And that was, most parents, men and women, were the ones doing the shopping by themselves. Yesterday, I did the shopping by myself. I went outside with my woman and I did the shopping by myself and my woman. Do you understand me? I went outside, I did the shopping by myself. I discovered that most parents in Europe here, their children, most children don't help their parents at all in house chores. Yesterday, I told you guys, I was having back pains, spinal cord problem. Still, I had to carry something back home. Do you understand me? But when I was outside watching most black people of my age, older than me, a bit younger than me, a lot of them, their children were not with them. Then that brings us to this question. Why then do you have children when they are not there to serve any purpose? That's this morning broadcast is parents-children relationship. That's why I'm here. You know, you don't just do things. You don't do things because everyone else does it. You don't do things because everybody does it. You understand me? This guy has 10 children. I'm going to have 10 children. This guy traveled abroad. I want to travel abroad. This guy has married a white woman. I'm going to marry a white woman. You don't do things that way. So what I'm asking you this morning is, why did you have children? Because I posted a video. A lot of people came to the video and be, Ward, good morning to you. Guten Morgen, wie geht es dir? Good to see you, Ward. So, I posted a video. I saw so many comments from people saying, did you expect your children to take care of you? That the children, you should leave children on their own. It is their money. People were making a lot of nasty comments. I did not respond to them. You understand me? A lot of people were saying, blah, 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 that I did not raise my children well, or most of the parents did not raise their children well. Nikki Shrivas, I think from Mexico, good to have you here. Also, Nikki from India, I forgot. I have a fan from Mexico who always watches me. Now, A lot of people were saying, did you make children just to use them as bank where you can always go get money? Man, you know, we are here to learn. And let me enlighten a lot of people. Why we have children is for the children to stand for us, to help us when we get old, to help us financially when we are broke, to support us when we are weak. Hear it from me. Why we have children is wherever we are weak, they show their strength. Yes, I have said it before that life is a relay race. Why do we have children? Did you just give birth to children for them to just come and serve no purpose? All these people that are saying, that keep saying, a lot of people are not smart. Did you have children for them to come? You work on them, that is, you raise them. You do all the works like bathing them, feeding them, clothing them, and paying school fees. I mean, taking care of them. And when they are grown, they just bid you, daddy or mama, papa, say bye-bye. So that means you just labored in vain. That's not why I gave birth to children. That was not why I gave birth to children. I gave birth to children for them to stand for me in time of need, to help me in time of need. That was why I gave birth to them, to serve purpose in my life, meaningful purposes in my life. I did not give birth to children for fancy. If you gave birth to children for fancy, I didn't give birth to children for fancy. Do you get it now? I didn't give birth to children for fancy. I remember while I was growing up, whenever, even upon our parents back then, my generation, they did not provide everything for us. Whenever, because, see, let me tell you, you know what it means to stand for your children. Do you know what it means? I mean, for your parents, not children. Let me tell you what it means to stand for your parents. Love can drive you to extreme. The love you have for parents, or your child, or your husband, or your wife. That's why they say love is the greatest. The love you have for your parents can make you do things you don't want to do. The love you have for your children make you do. Let me give you instances. There are parents who came from poor countries. I don't need to call continents. Very poor countries. Some of these parents go begging just to feed their children. Ordinarily, they wouldn't want to beg, but they went to beg because they want to feed their children. There are women, I know it's even, there are so many celebrities in US. There are so many celebrities whose mothers prostituted to feed them. There are so many women that had to go into prostitution to parents to take care of the children, to feed the children. I tell you, the love some parents have for their children and the love some children have for their parents is great. I don't need to call names of world-renowned celebrities that you celebrate today. Their mothers then, when they were alive, prostituted to take care of them. I'm not here I don't encourage prostitution. I just want to tell you the extent people go to take care of their loved ones. What love can make you do. Now let me go further. You see, when you come to abroad, during my own set, when people started coming to Europe then, in the early 90s, listen to me. I don't call tribes, I don't call race now. Many women, listen to me very well. Many women saw their parents poor. They experienced, many men and women, my generation, experienced poverty. I'm talking about extreme poverty. Now you see many young girls, I'm not encouraging prostitution. Why do you think a lot of young girls went into prostitution? Because they saw their parents suffer. They saw their mothers go hungry. They saw their fathers go hungry. Many did not go to school because their parents were not able to pay their school fees. Many girls did not go to school because their parents, many hawked goods, sold things in the market just to survive. So when they came of age, that is when they got older, they went into prostitution. Some came to Europe by road. Go ask I met a lot of people who came to Europe by road. And many women, young girls, were among them. And if you ask these girls, why did you choose to take this route? They tell you, because of their mama, because of their papa. Mainly mama. Most of these girls will tell you that their mother was so poor. That was what they said, the reason they gave. They said their mother was poor, their family was poor. Nobody to help them. So that love made them to to hit the road. And when they eventually got to Europe, you know the process. You don't come here and they give you documents instantly. You don't come here and they give you accommodation instantly. When you come here, it is a process. So eventually, when these girls arrived here, they went into prostitution just to send money home. To send money to their parents at home. Some to help their siblings back home. Because they know their siblings back home are hungry. Yes, because they know their siblings back home are hungry. You see what love can make you do. What love can make you do. But here in Europe, let's talk about the children born in Europe here. A lot of them are selfish. Yes. You know, some people like to hide their problems. Precious, I see you. You are watching from Wiener Neustadt. Hey, yeah, guy. You know, many years ago, that was 2002. Then I was still doing my business. Precious. So I found a bungalow in Wiener Neustadt. A bungalow, that was 2002. Guess for how much? 4-bedroom bungalow in Wiener Neustadt. 35,000 euros. Not rental, you own it. That was it. You own it then. 35,000 euros. That bungalow costed. I wanted to go for it, but I wasn't having money. Outright pay. You own it for life. It becomes your private or personal property. And this is what I keep saying here. A lot of people, we missed a lot of opportunities in this country. A lot of us were blind, or many did not have that cash. Till today, I still regret. 4-bedroom bungalow, I saw it in Wiener Neustadt. We drove there. 2002. Now, bungalow, you cannot buy it for 600,000 euros or more. I don't know how much, but it's not going to be less than 500 to 600 or more, 600,000 euros. God's last born is in the building. So, now, we're talking about why did you born children? Did you born children for fancy? Or did you born children to serve purposes in your life, to be useful to you? Yes. So, I don't want my children not to serve any purpose. in my life. I want them to stand for me, help me in time of need, because I stood for them. I babysat them. I took care of them. If you're watching me and you have a child in Europe, you better, you send this video to your child. Let them know their responsibility. God's last born, I see you, appreciate you for the roses. Let them know their responsibility. Some children are very selfish. They have no love for their parents. It is not only in Europe here, it happens in Africa. But this Europe own is extreme. This Europe own is extreme. When I came here, when I came to Europe, even when I was before I left Africa, when I came here, look, if you talk to my parents anyhow, that is, you have me to contend with. If you talk to my parents anyhow, then you've chosen a fight. And this is why a lot of people give birth to children. Children are supposed to protect and stand for their parents. Did you get me now? Did you hear me? Children are supposed to stand and protect. See, in one of my videos in the past, I spoke about strengths. I said there are people who don't have money. Not everybody will get money. Told you what my father said to me. My father said, don't allow others to be bigger than you in every area of life. Did you hear me? Do not allow others, your mates, people around you, to be bigger than you in every area of life. If that happens, you did not come a better life. So if others are rich, if they have money more than you, have more children than them. If they have more children and more money than you, then be wiser than them. Then be wiser than them. But the worst that can happen to you is when you did not pass any subjects at all. When you failed woefully. That is, there is nothing about you that people can respect or fear. You have no money, you have no children, you are not intelligent, you have no properties, you have nothing. Then you are empty. Then you are empty. A lot of people are watching on YouTube. So as you watch me on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you are watching me on Facebook, follow this page. And those that are watching me on TikTok, follow my TikTok page. Thanks for doing that. You got it. So, you must have an edge. There must be something you have, that something about you that people will see and say, man, I don't need to cross this guy's path. Did you get it? So, wise men back then who weren't able to make money had multiple wives and plenty children. Wise men who had no money, not everybody, like I said before, not everybody has the ability to make money. Not everybody can be rich. So, you know, money is power. Yes, I'm talking this money. Money rules the world. Money, if you have money, you have power. You have influence. Yes. So, there are people who don't know how to make money. In order to protect themselves, you see them have many children. In my language, they say, you cannot be taller than me and be shorter than me at the same time. This is a proverb. You cannot be taller than me and be shorter than me at the same time. You need to use your brain. So you discover some people who were unable to make money, went for many wives and had many children. And then, why do you think they had many children? Those children were there to protect the parents, the men and their parents. If you go to the family, if you go into that family, you see gentlemen, you see rough men, you see gentle women, you see doctors, you see criminals, you see born again Christians, you see Muslim believers, you see every kind of human being. When you go to the family of a poor man, you see men and women who are ready to die with you if you touch the parents. That is all nations now, poor by waters, all nations. That is why you see some people say, man, look, like this woman now that lives opposite me, she has no child. And this her apartment has been empty for over 6 or 7 years because she has nobody to live there to come stand for her. Do you understand me? This woman, and now, there are people who go after money. Let me tell you, some people went after money. Some people went chasing after money. Forgot to have children. Now there are some people who don't have, maybe you see some men or women who have only daughters, especially in Africa. These men or women who have only daughters, now you discover that people attack them anyhow, oppress them anyhow because they don't have children that will fight for them. If you look around you growing up, there are some families that were oppressed because they don't have enough children. Even you that is watching me, okay, there are some families that were oppressed because they don't have children to fight for them. I'm telling you the truth. Do you understand me? There are some families that were oppressed. You see, people oppress the woman or the man because they have nobody to fight for them. But you still see some poor families with tough children. You don't go close to that family anyhow because there are brave men, there are warriors, fighters in that family. If you get close to them, they fight you off. Some men, some men and women don't have money, but they have children who protected them or who protects them up to today. They don't want to hear that even you spoke to their mother or their father anyhow. If you pick a fight with their mother or their father, you've picked a fight with them. You have them to contend with. This is why you have children. Abroad children doesn't know that. Abroad children don't know that. Are you listening to me? If you touch my father, you've touched me. If you touch my mother, you've touched me. That's how we grow up. That's the mentality. Even when we were growing up, when love still existed, if you touch my brother, my sister, my family member, you've touched me. You have me to contend with. But today, love is no longer there. You understand me? Love is no longer there. So now, how do we make these children born in abroad to realize that their parents are their responsibilities? Yes. We men, you know, sometimes I read comments. There are some videos when I drop it, you see so many comments that, guys, as you watch me, follow me on TikTok, follow this page. And go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page. And also, my Facebook page is on. You can follow me on Facebook. Many children who are living in abroad don't know that they have responsibility towards their parents. They don't know. They go to work. They don't remember. Sometimes I thank God for me. Do you understand me? I thank God every day for me because I did the right thing the right time. I hustled at an early age. If not that I hustled at an early age, where would I be now? And when I'm making some videos, some people don't even learn from other people's experience. You are here listening. As I'm talking now, you learn from this, from mistakes. You learn from other people. Somebody is saying, listen. Somebody commented, somebody said in one of my videos, he said, you are too young to expect your children to be taking care of you. Maybe you were not here when I began this broadcast. I went outside yesterday. All the parents, old schools in Vienna, all the guys I met yesterday, I saw yesterday, they did shopping by themselves. People we came together in this country, we came together. We came the same time, I meant to say. We all came together. And all these men of my age, all of them are doing shopping by themselves, carrying what they bought by themselves. You ask yourself, where are their children? What are their children doing? Many of these children do not know that they are supposed to be helping their parents. Weekends, even whenever you want to go do shopping, call you, that is love. Daddy, even every weekend you go to your parents, say, even if you are living in Jamaica, even if you are living in Olo, you go to your parents, say, Daddy, carry your car or go and do the weekend shopping for your parents. That is why you were born. That's why you are born. Even when we were coming up, my wife said, look at, every day we go do shopping by ourselves, but we have 5 children. 5 children grown. And so many people have children like that. You think you are showing your children love. You think you are showing, this is no love. You come here and say, these are children. What happens when you get older? When you get to 70 years, 65 years, when you get older, would you be able to go do the shopping by yourself? You don't know what I'm talking about till you get older. And you don't know. Let me wake a lot of you up. Many guys that come online, see, if you are smart, you need to think of your future. How is your future going to be? You start thinking now, especially if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Start thinking how your future is going to be, even if you are living in Europe here. Let me tell you what I think every day. We call it in German, Sorgen. Yes, what I think every day. Some people say, uncle, it's about time you relocate. Go to my video. One of my videos is 250,000 views on Facebook. About 250,000 views or thereabouts. The video where I spoke about Europe being boring. The video went, 2 of my videos went viral on Facebook. Now, you see a lot of people saying, uncle, go back to Africa. Go back. What are you doing in Europe here? Okay, I told you guys that Europe is boring. We should prepare because Africa is more fun. I said it, but now listen to me. If you're not thinking along this line now, think it now. If you're above 50, getting to 60 years, above 60 years, and you decide to go back to Africa. Now, my question to you is, go back to Africa, who are you going to meet? Who is going to take care of you at old age when your children are abroad? A lot of people don't have any child in Africa. You are saying an old man or old woman, I'm not talking about me. An old man you're asking to go back to Africa. Go and meet who? First of all, few occasions I went to Africa, I found out something. Let me tell you. The time I went to Africa, visited Africa, I met are not a new generation that don't know me and I don't know. You don't understand it. The time I went to Africa, the last time I went to Africa, I met a new generation with a different mentality. Yes. How many years makes a generation? 25 years makes a generation. 25 years makes a generation. If you left Africa more than 25 years ago, if you go back now, you are going to meet another generation. Some people don't know it. And this is the thing. If I go to my village now, most people don't know who I am. It's been over 30 years I left Africa. All my sister's children, my brother's children, they haven't been born when I left Africa. I don't know them. Many only see me on social media. So if I should go to Africa, I'm going to meet a new generation of people, even everywhere you go. When I traveled, yes, when I traveled to Africa, when I went back, when I traveled, that was 5 years ago to Africa, my wife was even screaming. Everything changed. You meet a new generation. Things are no longer the way it used to be. Things are no longer the way it used to be. So when you talk about, you see strangers in your village. You see people who you don't know. You see people who are from your tribe, but they don't speak your language. A new generation, another mentality. And don't forget, you that is saying, go back to Africa, go back to Africa. Listen, most of us, people of my age, our parents are gone. You would be lucky if your parent, if your father or your mother is still alive. You got it? You will be happy if your parent, one of your parents is alive. That means that your parents should be getting to 90 years or above. So you discover, go back to Africa. First of all, many of us, our parents are no longer there. Some of us have lost family members like brothers and sisters. Also, you do not have any child in Africa. Do you know what it takes? Do you know what it takes to live in Europe for many years? Europe, abroad, will burn your time. Some people don't know. This abroad will burn your time, your youthful age, your prime time. You will spend your years doing what? First of all, if you come here as a young man or young woman, first of all, you face documents. It may take you 5 years, some it took them 10 years, some it took them 50, depending on how lucky you are. It may take you years to get documents. This is not your father's land. By the time you are done getting your documents, depending on how lucky you are, you discover that it is about time to start to marry a wife and start having children. And you will not like to have a child and abandon your child. Just born child with a woman and abandon the child and run. So you discover, after getting your documents, you get married and start having children. Children will go to kindergarten, go to primary school. Some went to university. By the time you are done taking care of your children, you are approaching 50 years. You have nobody in Africa. Some of your parents are dead. Family members are dead. Some people will come and tell you, go back to Africa. Go and meet who in Africa? Now imagine, as we get older, as we get to like 60 years, 70 years, then people say, go back to Africa, go back to Africa. Who are we going to meet? Who will take care of a 70-year-old man, a stranger? The children are here. Some of these children, by the time you know it, they start having their own children. You don't expect them. Listen, a lot of them have Beziehung already. Beziehung is relationship. So every day I think, go to Africa. Europe is boring. We all know that. Go to Africa, go to Africa. Who is going to stand for us? Who do we send message? when you are sick, who is going to take care of you? How do you survive where you are even your children are not around you? Do you know? I've heard stories. I've heard stories. Some people fell down inside their home and nobody to help them. Some people fell down. Maybe some people, their high blood pressure was high, or one reason or the other, they stumbled, fell down. Did you know that if you fall in your home when nobody is around, there are some people who went to take their shower in their bedroom and their leg slipped. They fell down. Nobody there to help them. Some fell down, remained there, bled to death, or sustained injury. Let me tell you, many European people, at times, you see them, the ones living alone. Many European people here, at times, you see them fall in their homes and sustain injury. This is why most of them are taken to old people's home. We call it Pflegeheim. They take them to old people's home where nurses, people will be caring for them. I worked as a taxi driver. Guys, as you watch me, don't forget to follow me on TikTok, follow me on Facebook, and also, a lot of people are watching on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is how we roll here. Now, I've carried many passengers who sustained injuries in their home. When asked, they said they fell down in their home. Okay, luckily enough, here, the system works. You can call the police, retong, call the ambulance, they come and pick you. They will come here. If you fall, you can still pick your telephone, call, and the police and the retong, the ambulance will come and rescue you. In Africa, where the system doesn't work, there is no hotline to call. No hotline. There is, the ambulance does, even you that is saying go to Africa, go to meet which hospital are you going to go in Africa? Anton, I see you. Don't you know that a lot of people depend on, a lot of people take medication daily in abroad. Many people are alive today because they take daily medication. Don't you know? And most of the drugs they sell in Africa are fake. There are people who are diabetic. They take insulin every now and then. Some people are suffering from different diseases. And you just open your mouth ignorantly and tell people to go back to Africa. You stay in your village. You've not traveled. You don't know how others live. You don't even know the health condition of other people. You open your mouth and just vow, you keep talking. I tell you that there are some men and women, their life is full of regret. What they should have done, what they did right and what they did not do right. Many people don't know. Many people you see, a lot of people you see in abroad don't actually know where they belong. A lot of people are confused. Yes, a lot of people are confused. You don't know if you belong in abroad or you belong to Africa. And the Africa you are talking about, you have nobody there. The Africa, I told you guys I went outside yesterday, all the old schools that we came here together, we came here at the same time with, they are still here. Most of these guys back then in the early 90s were saying, I want to build house, I want to build bungalow. Have you built bungalow? You never built in their papa's house. Some built bungalows that time, some built duplexes. They are still here 30 years after. 30-something years after, they are still here, old. You discover most guys I met, they will tell you now nobody is living in their family compound. Nobody. One guy said, oh boy, he went home, he began to shed tears. I said, what? The guy met me one day. He said one day he met, Anton, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you. One guy met me. He said he traveled home. He said grasses, trees. Trees have gone. Thank you so much. For the hearts, I appreciate you. All my glory, I appreciate you. One guy said he went home. Trees have grown in his father's compound. The road to the compound, with grasses have grown. No road to buy. He said, because, Anthony, I appreciate you, because the parents are no longer there. And the brothers, a lot of them that have relocated, living their life. Nobody is at home. A place that was full of activity back then is empty today. Many family compounds here, many family compounds in Africa. Many of you that is watching me, your family compound, nobody is there. A lot of people are in abroad. So you see so many people are in a dilemma, that's confused. Man, what's going on? Where do you belong? You are not living in Europe here, and you have your children here. You have everything here. Everything is going on for you in Europe here. But people still tell you to go back to Africa. People still tell you to go back to Africa. Go back to Africa, meet who in Africa? Go to who in Africa? I think about that every day. Yes. I think about that every day. Go and meet who in Africa. And the worst mistake you that is watching me will make is you allow people you don't know to make you do what you don't want to do. Don't ever allow people make you do what you do not want to do. They say go back. And the people that are saying go back to Africa, if you go back to Africa, they will not be there for you. Go back to Africa as if they built a bungalow or a duplex where you will stay. Go back to Africa as if you go to Africa, they will provide food for you to eat. Go back to Africa as if you go back, they will give you, they will take care of you, support you in any way. Many people, today is Sunday morning. Many people you see are envious. Africans are envious of we that are living in abroad. Many people in Africa, I'm telling you, many of them are envious of the ones that are living in abroad. Let me tell you how. They want you to go to Africa and suffer. They believe if you go back to Africa, some even commented, come and join us to suffer. Come and face what you are facing here. They tell you there is no fuel. No fuel. They tell you there is no electricity. There are no roads. Many of them, that is why many of them want you to come and experience. That's why go to my video is over 230,000 views. My video, if you go to my video where I spoke about Europe being boring on Facebook, all of them are saying, come back to Africa, come back to Africa. You see the heart of black man. They say, come and join us and suffer. Go see, almost 70% of the comments was, come back to Africa. Come back to Africa. I said, these people are stupid. Come back to Africa as if you provide what I've got to eat. Accommodation. These people, even, I spoke about loneliness in Europe. Yes, Europe is lonely. So does it mean if I go back to Africa, I will not be lonely again? Are there not people who are living in Africa that are lonely? There are millions of people living in Africa that are lonely. Millions. Guys, as you watch me, please don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page. This is how we roll here. Also, you that is watching me, over 200 people are watching me on TikTok. Follow this page. Yes, if I read the comments, I get distracted. If I read the comments, I get distracted. There are times when I make my broadcast, I don't read comments. I discovered a lot of people are full of hate. I'm saying it. They tell you, come back to Africa. They believe you are enjoying life in Europe. They want you to come and follow them suffer. Some said it. They want, these are bad-hearted people. They want you to come and follow them suffer. Come back to Africa. Come back now. White people are not like this. If I tell you I am depressed because of loneliness, okay, if I tell you I'm depressed, you tell me to come back to Africa. So you want to tell me in Africa, people don't suffer depression. Is that what you want to tell me? So how about people that are suffering depression? Hakim, I see you. How about people that are suffering, Julie Klein, I see you. How about people that are suffering depression? Please, if I don't give you a shout out, don't be mad at me, because sometimes I need to concentrate to deliver my message. If I start reading comments or giving shout outs, at times I get distracted. So don't be mad at me if I don't give you shout outs. I see all your comments. I did not ignore you. I did not ignore your greetings. So, now, if I tell you I am depressed in Europe here, the only people you see telling me, come to Africa, go to Africa, are Nigerians. You see, Nigerians are the ones, it's not that they have good intention for you. They are just jealous of that you are living in abroad. These people, if you touch down at any airport in Africa, they will not be there for you. The person you are encouraging to go back, even if you are sick, if you get sick in Africa, which hospital are you going to go to get yourself treated? Which hospital? People that are saying go back to Africa. People that are living in darkness are telling somebody that is living in light to come back to Africa. You understand me? Somebody is saying when you reach old age. Did you listen to my message this morning? If you are living in abroad and you have your children in abroad, you say when you reach old age, if you go back to Africa, who is going to attend to you? Who is going to attend? This is why, see, a lot of people you see here, that many of you will come on social media and be begging. You understand me? Williams, I see you. Many people will come on social media. See, let me tell you a story. This requires, wisdom. Do you think to relocate is easy? To relocate to somewhere from one location to another is not easy. Sam, I see you. To relocate from one, Tembacole, I see you. Tembacole. Sele. My South African, I think that should be my South African listen. Now, to relocate from one, you think it is easy for me to move from here to go to Africa? It's not going to be easy. Even to adapt. When I go to Africa, sometimes I ask myself, what brought me here? I've lived in Europe most of my life. I keep saying it every day. 70% of my life I've lived it here. Sometimes when I get to Africa, the whole jaga, the whole rubbish, it takes time to settle. That's the way I feel. Sometimes the roads, the whole the infrastructures, the whole thing it will take me 2 weeks to even adapt. The last time we went, we were running up and down for fuel. Every now and then. If to go back to Africa, you need money. What we are enjoying in Europe here is what presidents in Africa are enjoying, governors. What we are enjoying here as normal citizens is what your president is enjoying in Africa. The environment we are living here, Is the environment your governors, even your governors are not living in this kind of environment in Africa. Because African leaders are oppressive. They like their tyrants. They want to oppress. They want to oppress. They want to oppress their subjects, their citizens. If I show you my street, this my street now, is one of the, there is, if you go to many African countries, you don't find such streets. If you have it, they will be calling billions. If you have my street now, they will be calling billions for you. 1 second, guys. Why should I see? To live in high neighborhood, in rich neighborhood in Africa, you need to be a billionaire. This is the system there. You see, you have quality life in abroad. Everybody is equal. Everybody is living normal. What a rich man is enjoying, poor people are enjoying it. Everybody is enjoying the same thing: electricity, water, gas, good transportation, good medical facilities. We are all equal here. In Africa, citizens are not equal. In Africa, if you make, let me tell you, if you make the mistake, say Africa, and you did not invest very well, you don't have, even at times with your money, you still suffer in Africa. Listen to me. With your money, you still suffer in Africa. With your money. Yes, you have a nice car. There are no roads to drive it. You have an expensive car in Africa, but there are no roads. Not only that, when you get sick, no hospital. Why do you, billionaires, why do you think when they get sick, they travel abroad? Every day. See, anybody that is telling you go to Africa, you need to prepare. To enjoy life in Africa, you need to be able to afford solar energy. To live like, if you want to live European standard, the European quality of life, it will cost you money. Or you live in the slum. You live in the slum. So if you go, even to parents, you cannot parent in highbrow. That is not even close to the standard we are living in Europe here. The highbrow they have in Africa is where government politicians live. All these estate GRA. They pack themselves. All these politicians, you see them go pack themselves on one side. Poor man cannot live in that kind of area. Very wicked politicians. They pack themselves somewhere, one side. Here in Europe, even if you are poor, you have access to good medical facility, good transport system, good environment. You understand me? You have, I don't want to respond to some comments. You said Senegal and Gambia is not bad. So many guys that are, many guys from Gambia, many of my followers are from Gambia and Senegal. I met one yesterday. I know, even, don't you know, there are Senegal, everything is Africa. Don't come here to talk what you don't know. When one guy showed video of some part of Senegal, man, you will carry hand for head. Africa is Africa. Don't come here and behave as if Senegal has it more better than any other country. Don't say something like that. That was why I blocked one woman from Namibia. She came here to tell me that Namibia is not like the rest of Africa. Which country in Africa pays social welfare or something? They call it grants. Which country, to start with? You don't know that paying your citizens social welfare is improving their condition of living. Their quality of life will be improved. Unemployed citizens, people who have no work. Look at I saw a lady. Man, see, Africa, don't go there if you have no money. Unless you are frustrated in Europe here. But if you see, I saw a video of one woman. The video, Justice, you want to join me on video. I'm not ready to bring somebody up now. Guys, as you watch me, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Uncle Roddy on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as you are watching me here on TikTok, follow this page. Guys, I'm happy to announce to you, I celebrate every milestone achieved. I'm happy to announce to you guys that we reached 26,000 followers on TikTok. That was yesterday. I forgot to announce it. Well, I didn't go live yesterday. So thank you for your support. Everyone that followed, that liked, that shared. And on Facebook, I'm about 21,000 followers on Facebook. I got over 3,500 followers on Facebook because my video went viral on Facebook. So I got, since Friday till now, I've gotten over 3,500 followers on Facebook, and it's still going. So I want to say thank you to everyone who followed me. This is, here we say it the way it is. You are going to see every kind of video popping out here. So you are going to see every kind of video here. You got it. So you know what to expect. Now, thank you. Yes, I reached 26,000 organic followers on TikTok, and it's still moving. So if you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe. Let's hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's grow this page. Now, guys, someone here could I see you. Now, I saw a woman, a crippled woman, crawling, her knees, man, only her knees. I just had to off the video. If you see how physically disabled persons are suffering in Africa, oh God. If you see how physically disabled persons are suffering, Anton, I see you, thank you, I appreciate you. If you see the kind of suffering physically disabled people are going through in Africa, all these African leaders, they are not worth anybody's respect. You see all these African leaders, they are the most cruel. There were times I went to Africa. There were times I went to Africa. I saw beggars, disabled persons on the road. Man, that is, I said, man, what brought me here? You see children, girls and boys, elderly men, everybody, physically challenged with nobody to help them. We're talking about a country that has abundant mineral resources. The leaders are stealing all this money that accrues from the sale of crude oil, gold, diamond, and the rest. They don't even look the direction of the physically disabled persons. Sometimes when I travel to Africa, I kind of regret. I said, what brought me here? If you see the quality of life, dust everywhere, they cannot even tie the roads properly. I spoke about electric wires, all these electric poles. I've seen where that electric wire broke and killed people. It has life in it. That electric wire, that cable, electric cable, broke and touched people, and people died. In Europe here, you don't see an electric cable in the cities. They are buried beneath the earth, underground. If you come to Vienna, my city, most of the roads are one way to avoid accidents. Many of the roads, when I came to Europe, I said, wow. So these people, they know the value of life. They do everything humanly possible to, avoid accidents, untimely deaths. That's what they do. They do everything humanly possible to avoid accidents or untimely deaths. Most of the roads that are, double lane, I think, how do I say it? All this, you see cars face each other when they drive, have been rebuilt to one-way drive, one-way road. You don't normally see. Most of the roads are one-way in order to avoid accidents, car accidents. You understand what I'm talking about? But in Africa, yes, in Africa, the leaders don't care. All what they do is, whenever they steal money, they run to abroad. Leaders who don't have faith in their countries, they don't have faith in their countries. A leader who, Iroka, I see you. A leader, you see leaders that their children don't even go to school in their countries. Most African politicians, many of them, I'm not saying all, 90% of African politicians, their children are schooling abroad. Their children are schooling abroad. Many African leaders, immediately their tenure ends, you see them jump inside the flights and come to abroad. Many of them. Immediately their tenure ends, you see them jump inside flights and they don't even love the country. They see these African countries as a business enterprise where they go and make money. They want to come here and they enjoy quality life. But to replicate the same thing in Africa, they will not do it. To replicate the same thing, the quality life that they have seen here, to replicate in Africa. You are talking about going back to Africa. See, if you want to go back to Africa, have one thing in mind. You are there for yourself. No government will be there for you. If anytime, I see you, the Shrinks Recite book. Anytime you plan going back to Africa, my sister Mendes is in the building. My sister Mendes said she saw a video of a governor's daughter went to the village to go give the poor people rice. These are the things we are talking about. They like to oppress. You see, these leaders, I don't want to say certain things here because of the kind of person I'm a non-violent fellow. You went to give people rice. Now rice, they share to people. I told you that these leaders these are tyrants, dictators. Do you understand me? They like oppressing others. See, a typical African man wants to oppress you. Immediately, they love oppressing people. They have no love. I'm the person saying it. The black man, the most cruel race on earth are black people. These Europeans, they practice racism, but they love themselves. They are united. Yes, there is no race that is as united as Europeans. Europeans, that's why they were able to, you see, like United Kingdom. I don't support slavery or colonizing anybody. Europeans are united. They know the value of unity. I'm telling you. That's why they are on top today. Black people don't know the value of unity. They have no love for one another. Look at what's going on social media. If you go on social media, you see how Nigerians are fighting each other. People of the different tribes fighting each other. If you see the hate, that is why the country can never move forward, cannot progress. Because they do not have oneness of purpose. It's called, they cannot stand in one accord. It's not possible. You cannot achieve a common purpose. You cannot progress when you are divided, when you have no unity, when you don't love yourself. You are joking. Go and mark it anywhere. If you see the kind of hatred Nigerians have for each other, it is out of this world. Don't deceive yourself. These tribes don't love themselves. This is why when they say the protest is not going to see the light of the day. You first of all need to learn how to love each other. Do you understand me? It's not even tolerate, because if I use the other word tolerate, you don't need to. Tolerate is forcing yourself to accept something. To tolerate, you are forcing yourself to endure or to accept, if I should say tolerate one another. This, you hear about European Union, EU, European Union. They use the same currency. Look at me here. My parents are from Africa. I was born in Africa, but I get the same right as every other European citizen. I'm telling you. When I talk about racism, you only see individuals practice racism on the way, but when it comes to law, everyone is equal before the law. If you go to court here, you just have to prove your case beyond reasonable doubt, and you win your case, whether you are black, Chinese, or anybody. The judicial system here is not compromised. You can see racist police here and there, but they don't take bribe. They do their job. Do you understand me? In Africa, all the police you see, most of the police you see in Africa are not patriotic. I'm the person telling you. Most of the politicians you see in Africa, I mean the policemen you see in Africa, they are not patriotic. You know what it means to be patriotic? If you don't know, let me tell you. A patriotic policeman cannot stand on the road and be taking bribe. You talk about country. A patriotic soldier cannot stand and be taking bribe, collecting money from motorists. Do you know what is patriotism? Do you understand me? Do you know what is patriotism? A patriotic policeman who loves the country, come here. Come to Austria. It is very difficult. You see a policeman. You cannot see a policeman take bribe in Austria. Very hard. That's why they do their job diligently. Never. At the end of every month, they get their salary. At the end of every month, you can never see, and I respect them for that. There is nothing. I came to this country, you respect the police here. Never. Racism, okay, but bribe, and they do their job. Yes, if I call the police 10 times today, they will come 10 times. You know, they tell you, if they call them 10 times today, they come 10 times here. If you call them, they must come. In Africa, go to the police station, tell them something is going on somewhere. They say the car is spoiled. Sometimes the whole police will tell you they don't have fuel in their car to come and save the situation. Some will tell you to give them money before they follow you. Some will tell you how much you have. You see, do you call this kind of people? Do you call them patriotic citizens? And they preach about the black race. You go to them to lay a complaint. How about when they arrest you? black people you see that are on social media, they know nothing about patriotism. They don't know. And they know nothing about citizenship. This is why a non-entity, somebody who knows nothing, will come online, tell somebody who is a citizen of a country for over 25 years, will be telling you, you are not an Austrian, you are not an American, these are not entity. They don't know what it means to be a citizen. Let me tell you, a citizen means you are the child, you are a child or a daughter of that country. That you are a child or a daughter of the country, you are the citizenship, you are the citizen too. Many don't know. That's why you see some of them come on social media to showcase ignorance. Now, you go to Africa to tell you these people know nothing about nation building. They know nothing about, most of them that they don't even know nothing about nation building. They don't know. It is because you are in Africa, it is when you travel outside you will see. Now listen, guys, as you watch me, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Uncle RODDY on YouTube and subscribe. I'm also live on Facebook. On Facebook, you can follow my page on Facebook. TikTok, you follow me on TikTok. In Africa, all these guys that are saying go to Africa, this is jungle. Yes, let me tell you, not every, most African people, they don't know what it means to govern a people. Yes, on Facebook, I'm Uncle RODDY. On TikTok, I am Uncle RODDY. On YouTube, I am Uncle RODDY. So you can choose where you want to follow, where you want to watch. See, in Africa, the police will come and arrest you. Unless you don't, or you've not fallen victim of them. They will tell you bail is free. They will arrest you. After arresting you, when it was time to, set you free, they will demand money. You pay, some people pay millions to be free from the hands of police. The police that is supposed to serve and protect are oppressing the citizens. The police that is supposed to serve and protect, they don't know their duty, are oppressing the citizens. People that they are supposed to serve and protect. Any young man or any woman that go to prison in Africa, if you don't have money, they keep you there until you give them bribe to set you free. Some people are in prison today in Africa because they do not have money to pay bail. They didn't meet the bail condition. Here, there is nothing like bail. You go to prison, if it is one day, or they arrest you, they question you. This Africa and Europe is two different. That is, you can't compare it. Where the police will arrest you, even if they sometimes there are people that did nothing. There are people that did nothing. They did nothing. Only police, you are driving car, they stop you, or maybe you are driving a commercial bike, they stop you. Where are your particulars? You show them your particulars, they seize it and be walking up at that. They want to, until you give them money. That is lawlessness. Your papers are complete. You don't want to settle them. They hold it under the scorching sun, under that hard sun. You did nothing. Sometimes your car papers are complete. You are enjoying. You are enjoying. You are inside the car with AC. They get jealous of you because you are inside the car with AC. Yes. So this is one thing, this is what you see the police, the soldiers. I've seen cases where the police or soldiers unalive people. They unalive people because they did not give them bribe. Bribe on the road. Motorists did not give them bribe of even 51 cents. So you that is telling me to come back to Africa, You want me to go to Africa and face this kind of condition? Every movement, if I carry car, every movement I make, you collect bribe from me for driving on the road. Are you not feeling ashamed? So somebody will see light and enter darkness. Do you understand what I mean? And if they tell you, fight and change things, tribalism will not allow you. Tribalism will not allow you to fight and change things. Baba Mani, I see you. Yes, you keep fighting each other, even on social media. You keep fighting each other, even on social media. How can you witness progress? You cannot. Guys, I want to see follow on my TikTok page. Let's hit 27,000 followers, man. I deserve it. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Let's hit 2,000. I deserve it. I cannot labor in vain. Also, those on Facebook, you follow this page. Baba Mani, I see you. I'm back on Facebook now. I'll be going live every day. As I go live on Facebook, so do I go live. So I will be going live on TikTok and on YouTube. So I am going live on these 3 platforms. On TikTok, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So you can choose any platform that is okay for you to watch videos or whatever. You got it. So guys, now you see, I don't want to live in this organized society, though I may go visiting, but then how do we cope, especially old schools? VYBZ, I see you. How do we cope? You see, no water. You need to be carrying buckets up and down. No light, no good hospitals. Police embarrassment. Police, you need to be giving police bribe. You need to be giving soldiers bribe. Are you ready for all these things? Even some official protocols. Like here, if you go to any office, you get your things done without bribing anybody. Ask anybody that is living in abroad. If you go to any office to get your thing done, you do your things without bribing nobody. In Africa, let me tell you guys a story. The first time when I went to travel outside Africa, my first time of traveling. So I got a visa, bought my flight ticket. It remained to go to the airline and confirm my ticket. That time, I don't know about now. Just to go confirm the ticket. The workers there at the airline, the office there, they refused to confirm our ticket. No, they said unless we give them bribe. Hey! You need to pay them, give them bribe to do their job. Man, what are you talking? You tell me African people, if you see their hearts. If not that we gave them the bribe, we would have missed our flight. These people are heartless. They said they cannot confirm our tickets. Even a woman was among them. Many of these people you see, when they meet tragedy, don't feel sorry for them. Most of these guys are wicked. They eat blood money. They take money forcefully from people, money that is not theirs, money that's not supposed to come their way. This is why I tell you I'm not a religious person. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I don't go to church. I don't go to mosque. I'm a non-religious fellow. Most people you see that go to church, go to mosque, they are corrupt. Yes. You cannot be corrupt and you go to church and you go to mosque. I don't. See, these people, when some people tell you, When some people tell you they don't want to go back to Africa again, leave them. When some people tell you they don't want to go back to, they know what they are talking, they know what they have seen. You get it? When they tell you they don't want to go, I know a lot of my followers who said, some of my homies who said they don't want to go to Africa again because of the wickedness in Africa. I nearly missed my flight because I refused to give them bribe. Paul by what I said is not going back. I refused to give them bribe. See, I did not commit any offense. I bought a ticket from the airline, got visa, remaining to confirm my ticket. They said I need to bribe them before they confirm my ticket. We were going there paying transport to go, they said a lie. They told us, excuse me, they named their price. They told us how much we must pay, no negotiation. They told us how much we must pay and no negotiation. They didn't tell, we did not even, if you don't pay it, they know you're already committed. You've bought tickets already, you have visa already, they know you are committed. Serene, thank you for the roses. They know that you are committed, you must give that money, you must pay them that money. So what they did, because they know, yes, you have your visa, you have your tickets, you wouldn't like to miss your flight. They pronounced their price. Serene, thank you for the roses, I appreciate you. They pronounced their price. We went there the first day, no way. They did not confirm our tickets. Second day, no way. Man, few days, 2 days to our departure, these people refused. A woman was even among them. And the men, they said if we don't give them this amount of money, they are not confirming our tickets. We had no option then than to give them the money. We gave them the money. They collected. This is why some people do meet misfortune in life. They are collecting money that is not supposed, that money that is naturally not theirs. They force money out of people, and people give them money with tears in their eyes, with sorrow. You see somebody that is driving a commercial motorcycle, a taxi driver, laboring under the sun. You, as a policeman or a policewoman, all what you do is to be extorting money from this motorist. They will be crying to give you this money. They tell you, Oga, I've not worked. Today there is no job. You say, give me the money. Especially in Africa. You see some tribes, when they are posted to a place that is not their tribe, a region that is not their tribe, they oppress the people of that tribe because they don't belong together. They are not of the same tribe. This is what is happening in Africa. You see a policeman who is of a different tribe, when posted to where another tribe that he does not like lives, that region, he will be oppressing them, collecting money from them up and down. I told you guys, these people don't know nothing about nation building, how to foster unity. They don't know it. They don't know it. This is why, how do you expect to move forward? How do you expect to have progress when you have no love among yourself? When you don't treat your fellow countrymen or countrywoman with love. Today is Sunday. This is my own way of doing Sunday service. Yes, this is my own church. This is my own mosque. This is my shrine. This is also my temple. This is here. This is where I do it. Somebody told me a story. One guy told me, he said, if I see when he traveled to go bring the wife in Africa, any office he entered, he must drop money, give bribe. Any office, when they discover that you are not from their tribe, when they know that you are not from their tribe, the person that is in the office, immediately, they will name their price. In fact, you cannot compare white people to black people. No. Before Africa will progress, the guys told me, he said, that's why you see some people come here and say they want to have their peace. He said after when he married the wife, as the wife was going to office to go try to get, submit the documents and everything, they made life hell on earth for the wife. That is, if you don't give bribe, they will pack your documents, nothing will be done until you give them bribe. If you don't pay bribe, they will keep your documents somewhere. Huh? Here, you come here, you don't need to pay anybody bribe. You don't need to pay anybody bribe. I will continue to expose these people. Here, you don't need to give anybody. If anybody collects bribe here, the person will go to prison. It's not that you will be, after sacking you, after you losing your job, you go to prison. Somebody said, what happened if anybody stopped paying bribe? Let me tell you. You know how they do it? They get you first of all committed. When you are driving, maybe by road, if you are traveling by road, you see on a lonely road, armed policemen or soldiers of the same tribe, when they see you, they know you don't understand their language. You are not of their stock. They will tell you, Oga, madam, where is the document of this vehicle? You bring the documents. Yes, you need to give us something. No? That is, they don't hide it. They'll put their documents. They leave it there. Who are you to report to? You have no place. There is nobody to report to. They can keep you there for 3 hours. They can keep you there for 3 hours. Now you will get tired and give them the money and say, carry go. They can keep you there for 4 hours. Very wicked people. And it's not like you can report to any Oga, any chef. The chef isn't taking share. The chef is getting share from the bribe. You got it? The chef, some of the Oga are getting share. That's why there is evil. You know the worst part of it? Who do you report to? Who are you going to report to? And do you know African politics? Man, no man. Do you know African politics? A lot of you don't know. African politics is a mafia setup. These people are not ready to make progress. Let me tell you how they do. They put their men in positions of authority. They put their men. You need to be the chief of what is it called? Chief judge of the federation. You need to be the navy whatever. They put their men in position of authority. Who do you want to report to? If it is they put their tribesmen in positions of authority, the rest can go to hell. We hold power. We are in power now. We do whatever we want. Not their families, their tribesmen, they put them there. There is nothing like evil distribution of political powers. They don't do it. They don't do it. So when you get into trouble, you have nobody to run to in Africa. The system is crazy. When you get into problem, you have nobody to complain to. That's why I tell you, a system that doesn't protect poor people. You are telling us to go to, when we see light, you tell us to go to darkness. A system that does not protect the vulnerable. Do you get it? You see, Somebody said, 3mm said, it is worse, it's horrible in Uganda. The whole of Africa, he's being real here. Some people want to, say, they tell you, my country, which country in Africa? Which country in Africa are you talking about? In Africa, as a poor person, if you have no, do you know what they look for in Africa? It's not like Europe here, everybody is a king. We live, you are protected by the law. Here in Europe, you are protected by the law. Everybody is equal before the law. At least we are enjoying that. Yes, we are enjoying that. Remember, I see you. We are enjoying that equality before the law. In Africa, if you have no money, if you are from a poor family, people from rich families or influential people can only phone call, they put you in prison. Only, see, influential people in Africa can phone call, they call the DPO, police chief, they put you in prison. That is Africa for you. Oppressive system. The vulnerable are not protected. This is why you see so many people come on. Now look for contacts. You need to know somebody before you can be free. Contacts. You need to know the police head, the military head, the governor. These are the things. If you know nobody in Africa, if you get into trouble, they abandon you there. A rich man in Africa can decide to put you in prison for 4 years. Nothing, no questions asked. The lawlessness. A rich man, this is oppressive society. That is why one white man said, black people cannot govern themselves. Black people, that's why you see Africans are running to Europe. Black people cannot govern themselves. If you have problem with a rich person, somebody inflation in the society, it's not about who is right or who is wrong. If you have problem in Africa, it is not about who is right or who is wrong. It is about who is more influential or who has more money or who has more contacts. Who has, man, I'm giving it to you the way it is. Who has more contacts goes free. Shinon, so I see you. This is Africa. That's why you see people who have contacts, what they do is they look for your trouble. They tell you, I will show you, nothing will happen. They can even unalive somebody and go scot-free. Some police or even soldiers can tell you, say they will unalive you and nothing happens. You get it? They will tell you, say they will do you anything. They would, on camera, they tell you they can do you anything, nothing happens. You can't do it. Let me tell you, if you open mouth, if you tell anybody, if you threaten anybody's life here, you go to prison. If it is proven, if you threaten anybody's life here, you go to prison. 1 second, guys. 1 second. So I'm back. How can I go to Africa if I should go to relocate to Africa to be looking for contacts, big men contacts, politician contacts? Is that what I will be doing at this age? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing at this age? Go to Africa and begin to look for police contacts. So high-ranked policemen contacts, high-ranked soldiers contacts. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? If you have no contacts. So, as a poor man, you cannot breathe in Africa. If you are a poor man, they will not allow you to breathe. Is that the kind of society you want to live in? Yes, somebody spoke about the peace of mind. You see the peace of mind here. The only thing you can witness, experience here is racism every now and then. But somebody said even the contact is not, even the police self, the contact self, even anything. Imagine when they help you, collect money, when they do their job, they want you to pay them. When the police, don't come here and start here, you say home is home. What do you mean by home is home? When the police, the soldiers, when the government, when they do their job, they still expect you to pay them for doing their job. They do their job, but they were being paid. That's why they were employed. They still want you to pay them for doing their job. Greediness. Somebody mentioned people that are working at the airport. They are being paid at the airport. They cannot remove their eyes from dollar or euro or pounds. As if they see somebody, they know the time flight from Europe is landing, flight from America is landing. Do you know how they do it? The top organs, the top chef, the big men at the airport, you know what they do? They employ their family members. Now, see, my beers are very white too. They employ their men. They give their men, you know what is it called, self? This plan. This plan, you know what is this plan? In English, work plan. They put their men on the days that flights from Europe and America are landing. You get the gist now? My beers, I need to trim these beers. Do you get the gist now? They put, now I have this long, this my beer, see how long it is. Well, I will tie it rope now. So, when they want to make their work plan, when Tembi said the worst is the people in the airport. When they want to make their work plan, they give their people work on the days flight from Europe, America, Canada, rich countries. That's the day their people will be at the airport, work at the airport, so that they can get money. But the day local flights from all these African countries are touching down, they give it to anybody who does not have contact at the airport. You get the gist now. You get the gist. Corrupt system. Too much corrupt system. Anytime I travel to Africa, the kind of videos I will make, I'm expert at making videos. You will not know that I'm videoing you. I will not, upload it while in Africa. It is when I come back here, I will upload it. Because there is no human rights. They will use contact and connection. That is, and fight you. Anybody that mess up, I will video the person. The world will see the persons. If I think, anytime I go to Africa, they will see. The best way to expose these people is social media. If they're asking for bribe and all these things they are doing, video them secretly and publish it online. Even self, I'm not scared of these people. The only thing I'm scared of is that their contacts. If you do, they have men in power. Corrupt system. People who don't abide, they make the laws, but they don't abide by it. They don't abide by the law. They made the law, but they don't abide by the law. You see here, this place I live, I told you guys, I've been staying here for like over 20 years now. The Train station here was lonely 20-something years ago. You don't see many passengers at this train station here. Even in the nights, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., if you exit the train, you'll be scared like, man. Not many people were living here then, 20-something years ago. Now, the population has increased. This area, everywhere is bubbling. Guess what? The states went to this train station. Everywhere is camera. You see, they are after the safety of the citizens. Everywhere is camera. Camera everywhere, anywhere, so that if you get attacked by anybody, women can walk anytime free. Cameras, I knew that. I wanted to show you guys the day they installed the camera. I wanted to talk about it. As soon as this train station close to me, began to have crowd, you see the government quickly installed cameras everywhere. That if you attack anybody, if you commit anything, you cannot escape it. This is what is called proactive governance. Proactive governance. That is what they did was they installed, even you can come back 3 a.m., 2 a.m., you can go anywhere and come back because everywhere is camera. Smallest thing, these people cannot, even when they budget money to install cameras, somebody will eat the money, carry the money, move. When they budget money, say install cameras, some will go even buy toys. Some may go and buy toys. I told you guys the video of an engineer I saw. Yes, when they tell them to install cameras, some will buy toys. See, do you know the type of cameras that they install here? That is, anywhere, this camera will pick even the pimple on your face. From 100 meters away, it will get a clear picture of you. Even the cameras, if they tell them to install, they go install toys. That toys they install, like somebody said here, they will steal itself. If you walk around this place, you see bicycles. Some bicycles are about 4,000 euros. Yes, 5,000 modern bicycles. Everywhere. You see some of these rollers that children are driving, you put coins, you use your car. Everywhere. You walk, past some companies. All their properties are there. Nobody breaks inside the company. Stays it. If you move around, you see properties, companies that has valuable, commodities. Nobody breaks it. In Africa, you cannot keep anything outside like this and it remain there. Even they attack you, they will fight you. Take the telephone you are holding in your pocket. In your house, they will come and fight you to steal from you. You are not even absent. You are inside your house. They come and fight you. They fight you. So, see, do you know what I faced? I ran now. I was lucky when the government said they want to take my property. I said, make una carry they go. You will be building house. I tell you that these people have no empathy. They have no love. If you are having a project, you'll be building house. Some people in that neighborhood will be coming to steal your building materials that you packed there. Somebody, even at times, they will come and remove already, built rods. That if you see some, my own case, they removed all the electric cables, all the windows, the whole windows, all the iron doors. They even removed the entire roof. They removed the entire roof. They did not only the entire roof, they removed, if you carry the woods. That is why you see some people, I keep saying it, anytime you see some people suffer ill luck, leave them. They remove my entire roof. I'm not, they carried the entire roof. If you see the kind of cables I installed, they cleared everything. You know, burglaries, I fixed designers' burglaries. They carried everything. It costed me money. If you see, somebody said they carry block. If you see what people, some people, they will frustrate you. These people you see here, they will frustrate you. You say Africa. Who are you? Who do you want to go and report to? The police. If you go to the police, they say you spend more. They say bring money. Say you know we don't have our car is spoiled. We don't have fuel in the car, and I've not eaten in the morning. You will feed the police as you carry the police. You will feed them in the morning, feed them in the afternoon. Even they will. That is, you will be their problem. Yes, you have to. If you call police, you will buy the police food in the morning. Police that is supposed to do the work, you will buy the police. These people have no shame. You will buy the food for one day. If they tell you to call police if you call police in Africa, you put yourself in problem. If you call police in Africa, you double expensive for you. Sometimes it is better for you not to involve them. There are cases you just allow to slide. I'm telling you, some cases, if you involve the police, you lose more. Because the police will take they will take more from you. I'm telling you, if the police case in Africa, anything that has to do with police in Africa, man, you spend more. Somebody said a tenant left her house or his house and removed all the sockets. You did not do anything. I tried to quit a tenant back then. Do you know what the tenant did? Do you know what the tenant did? The tenant began to go and shit inside the well, to empty the stomach inside the well. You don't know how cruel these people can be. Somebody, if you see something, went to the well. You don't know. Because I told them to quit. You don't know. They began to use the well as toilets. If you see how horrible some black people can be, you don't know. And who do you complain to? If you go to police, who do you report this issue to? Because normally, if it were to be here, they pay damages. If it were to be here in Europe, they pay damages. I always said that's unacceptable. Where you are living in Europe, how do you want to fight the fight? If you go to fight the fight, you spend more. Who do you want to report to? The police, okay, we're on top of the case. You will spend, you are from abroad, okay. You will settle the police, and that nothing will be done. You will settle the police, and nothing will be done. Unacceptable. In Europe, you'll be staying. If you tell police to show the person, they will be collecting money from you every day. Be ready to spend money. The police will tell you, that is, they will monetize you. They monetize you. Some things something requires. I called one time I employed a lawyer to help me do something. I regretted. That's why sometimes experience speaks. When I come here, I tell you guys, I say, listen, be wise. So that some lawyers don't monetize you. There are some things that don't need lawyer. You can handle it yourself. The lawyer just collected over, I don't need to call him name. I learned it now. I learned my lessons. There are things you don't even need. These lawyers, some hungry lawyers that don't have job. If you enter their trap, Guys, as you watch me, you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page at Uncle RODDY. That's a way of supporting a brother. Also, if you're watching me on Facebook and on TikTok, follow my page. That's a way of supporting a brother. Let's move. So guys, with this, I want to say thank you for joining me. And if you want to, you can rewatch this broadcast on YouTube or on Facebook. You got it. This is how we roll here. This is a Sunday morning, many more program coming later today. I'm going live more time. I mean, once again tonight. So, because most of my American based are still sleeping, so I'm gonna go live in the evening or later in the day so that they can catch me live. So now, guys, thank you for being part of this program. You know how we do it here. Maybe later we talk about romance. We talk about relationship. We are going to talk about, I promise we are going to talk about divorce. Yes, we are going to trash the issue of divorce on this page. We are going to trash the issue, divorce. And we are going to do it. Maybe later tonight. We are going to touch all areas. So, with this, I want to say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every one of you. And if you are seeing me for the first time, follow this page. So, that's it. Let me read comments now, because I'm done. If I see interesting comments to respond to, I'm glad. If you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question, you can ask me now. Along Nago. Hello, how are you doing? Where are you watching from? So guys, you can ask your questions if you want to ask your question. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Somebody made a request. I don't know who made a request, but that request has been there for a long time. If you are the person, you can show interest, indicate interest, and then I bring you up once again. Let me know who you are. So guys, if nobody is willing, if you are shy to come and express yourself, then we end this broadcast and then I come out later in the day. You are from India, Nagaland. A lot of Indians are following me on following as my subscribers. What's going on? I have so many subscribers on YouTube from India. So many Indians. I have a lot of them. William, I see you. William Kennison, I see you. India, a lot of Indians are, they subscribed to my YouTube. Pakistan, Sri Lanka, USA too. So, you are welcome. Indian, Nagaland. Okay. So guys, Dennis Robinson is from Jamaica. Jamaicans are cool people. Jamaicans I love everybody, but Jamaicans, they identify with African people. They don't pretend, they don't act as if. There are some countries in Caribbean, they tell you they are not black. But I've never seen any Jamaican say so. Jamaican people, you see them, they are proud of being black people. That I respect them for that. I respect Jamaicans for that. Dennis Robinson, thank you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, so we are the same people. Every human being everyone is okay. We're all good. I bet the Indian guys say they have good hearts and support each other. Yes, a lot of Indians, I love Indians. Indians are not aggressive people, one thing for sure. Indians are not aggressive people. Indians are not aggressive people. I know that. You don't see Indians, I've never seen Indians. Indians don't actually fight. Tembis, Jamaica. See, Jamaica, there is something people don't know about Jamaica. One human race, yes. Yes, we are one. And that's what, see, Dennis, that's why I'm going to tell people that we are one. And that's my goal. I'm going to tell with time. My mission is to tell everybody that we are one human race. And I'm going to achieve that for sure. So I was talking about Jamaica. People don't know that Jamaica make money through tourism. Jamaica, I've not been there, but Jamaica, the main source of income of Jamaica, the Republic of Jamaica, is tourism. Yes. Europeans, everybody travel to Jamaica to go make vacation. It's like I'm making advertisement for Jamaica. Jamaica, they don't have crude oil. They don't have diamond or things like that. But they live on tourism. Brain work. You don't go to Jamaica. You cannot go to Jamaica and hear about kidnap cases. They don't get kidnapped. You understand me? You understand me? You see... Well, guys, I'm going to go live later in the evening. And when I go in some hours, I'm going to go live. And when I go live, it's going to be interesting. And so, lots of creative people. One thing, there is something I discovered about Jamaicans and US African Americans. Jamaicans and US, they are the fastest in 100 meters sprint. Jamaicans and US, you see genetics play a role there. Jamaicans and US are the best when it comes to 200 meters sprint, 100 meters sprint. It has always been Jamaicans and US. No other country competes with them. When it comes to 100 meters and 200 meters sprint, talk about Jamaicans. I don't know why African men are not able to compete. Why are African men not dominating when it comes? Have you seen any African man or even African woman compete Jamaicans? No, African men. I don't know whether in the fufu where would they eat. It's fufu doesn't allow African men to run. The food you eat fufu finish. You eat, after eating fufu, you eat meat or cook a leg. No. See, cow leg and cow meat don't. Somebody, you can say it's juju. It's not juju. Food, the kind of food, heavy diet. Yes, Dennis Robinson said it's heavy diet. They cannot fufu. Somebody who wants to go run 100. Why do you think you lose in football? This World Cup. Let's go there now. Has any African? I'm talking about Senior World Cup, FIFA World Cup. African footballers, they have match. They will have match in the evening. Some of them will eat fufu. How do you expect to run? You have match in the evening, World Cup, tournament, you eat fufu, eat meat. If you enter field, you see them, some of them, stomach will not allow them to run. Some of them, nyash don't allow them to run. Dennis Robinson said they love rice. Yes, so watch, even sometimes, I don't bet, I don't do betting, but I tried to bet one day. I said, I will never try it again. These guys, they will eat, some will eat fufu finish, go hide somewhere and drink, wash it down with a bottle of beer. Enter inside the field. They enter inside the field, they will be dancing Oringo inside the field. Say they are representing the country. So guys, well, hope you enjoyed this breakfast show. You know how we do it. They would, many of the footballers that are smoking and drinking, how can you run? You will not have any stamina. Some. Do you know some of these footballers? Somebody said blame Fufu. So now, let's blame Fufu now for their poor performance. We need to blame Fufu for their poor. Then it's subscribe, because subscribe to this channel. This is where we gather to have fun. Tell stories. This is where we gather to have. Thank you, Dennis. This is where we gather. Yes, they say Europe is boring. Europe abroad is boring. We gather here to keep ourselves busy, to entertain ourselves. Yes. Yesterday, when I went outside, I met a lot of people. People, they encouraged me, say, bro, you are doing well, bro. I said, thank you. The people encouraged me, say, keep going, keep going. Everywhere is boring. As far as you are following this page, you will not be bored. I'm going to be bringing topics, updating you 24 hours. You cannot be bored on this page. So many stories, topics, religion, politics, daily life, romance, divorce, everything we are discussing is here. Man, I dropped a video yesterday. Somebody that followed me that minute said, is this the kind of video you drop? I will unfollow you. I said, look at this Mbada. I didn't even know. I saw the comments. I will unfollow you now. I just followed you now. You made this video. I will unfollow you. Yet, 2 days I got 3,500 followers on Facebook. 2 days I got 3,500 followers. Go to my Facebook now. It's almost 21,000. From 17,000, I got 20-something thousand followers 2 days. One person came to tell me he wants to unfollow me. Anybody you see writes, I will unfollow you now, is a bad-hearted fellow. Wants to discourage others from a very jealous person. If you want to unfollow somebody, you don't need to write it. You just remove yourself. Anybody you see that writes, I will unfollow you, is a jealous person, enemy of progress. He wants to discourage others to unfollow you. If you want to unfollow anybody, you don't need to announce it. You just remove yourself. Why write it, comment it? Nobody's begging you. Do you know how many followers I get every day? I told you now, I just announced, I did not even go live yesterday. I got over 100 followers and I hit 26,000 followers on TikTok. Yesterday, I did not go live and I got over 100 followers, about 150 followers. One person that is you think you can stop anybody with your hate? And see, you expect me, do you think I'm going to be making a particular kind of video or be saying everything you like? All my videos, it's not all my videos that is going to appeal to you. You may like some and may not like some. That is life. I cannot be making video for a particular person, videos that you will always like. Or saying things that you will always like. Do you understand me? When I make a video, I spoke about African men that are living in abroad, that are marrying older women. I said these African men, they marry older women in abroad. These African men marry older women in abroad. Women that are old enough to be their mother. But when they go to Africa, they don't marry older women. Okay, even some married single mothers, single European mothers with children, and they will be happy. But when they go to Africa, they don't marry single women in Africa. Yes, you see many black people, many African, they don't marry single women. But when they come to Europe, they marry single women and be happy with it. Do you understand me? Even some women that are in their mid-30s, they say they are old. Women that are in their 40s, you see African men say they are old. But when they come to Europe here, they marry 70 years old woman. They marry 60-something years old woman. In Africa, 35 years old woman, they tell you it's an old woman. I dropped the video. Somebody said he will unfollow me now for making this video. He commented, I will unfollow you now for dropping this video. You say you are long in it. I said, look at this. I removed the person. I don't have strength to respond to such person. I don't have strength. I just removed him. I said, what? Who is this? Who is this Mbada? You don't want us to talk about realities of life, what is going on. So you don't want anybody to speak. Maybe because that guy was married to an old woman or maybe a single mother. So when a topic affects you, you don't want me to talk it. You want me to always talk what you like. You want to, every time I come, you clap for me when I'm talking what you like. So if I talk what you don't like, I become enemy. You see people, you help me. You only like me when I'm talking what you like. But if I talk what you don't like, I become a bad person, I become an enemy. That's when you remember that you unfollow me. You don't know that thing you like, some people don't like it. That video you like, there are people who don't like it too. Don't you know? There are people who don't like your video. That video I make. You think all the video I drop appeals to everybody. Have you not heard another man's meat is another man's poison? What you like, somebody else may not like it. Don't you know? What you like, a lot of people don't like it. And what you hate, some people love. You come on a social media platform, you expect a content creator to always make video that you like. That's what you want. Every day, come online and speak what you like. Some people are not serious. Yes, sir. You cannot like me because the video I made today, that is, appealed to you. You loved today's program. You love it. It made you happy. I spoke. You enjoyed it with your family, your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever, or your husband. Another day, I make a program you don't like. I become a bad person. You see it. Bosco, so you are in the building. I didn't see you. So, guys. Somebody said, what am I on about? Don't I have better things to talk about? You see a hater. You came here, you're watching me. So all along, you see so many people watching me, you don't know what I've been talking. Okay, if you just join me, after this broadcast ends, you go back to this video and start from beginning. Then you will know what this video is all about. This program is all about. Did you hear me? When this program ends, you go back to this video and you watch it. Then you will know what... Prince, I see you, what this program is all about. So guys, with this, I want to bring this broadcast to an end. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. Follow me on TikTok at Uncle RODDY. And also follow me on Facebook at Uncle RODDY. That's a way of supporting my brother. I'll be back later in the day. So see you guys.